Oh shoot. No drop frames. Is that my YouTube notification? Stream is live.
What camera do we have that's filming that? Oh, you set up the clip. Cool. Is that the Logitech?
The hell? Oh, baby.
That's how you
Pixelated Tony, we're live.
And we are live up on Facebook. Welcome to a 2018 edition of the Academy of Model Aeronautics Expo West. It's Friday night. It is Racing for Fun, and we have a big program here this evening. As we're going to go with our field that we started with, a field of many down to few. We're going to have your top field inside of a top 16 bracket situation. And I believe we're running with 12 pilots within that top 16 bracket situation. So we're going to have a few buys and early rounds. We'll go through that bracket all the way down to our top 6. Once we get to our final 6, we will run the top 6 head-to-head, mono a mono, to crown our Friday night champion here at AMA Expo West. And live on YouTube, 3 people watching right now. Hello to Pixelated Tony. And we're looking for our pilots to get fired up and ready to roll to the line. We're looking for, up first, SFPV, Rocket Rombo, and Corlin. You're up. On deck will be Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, I Am Spanky, and iFly82. In the hole will be Royale FPV, Fluxy, and Swamp Dog. It'll be a Royale, no FPV. Coming up in just a few, it'll be a 3-lap race, double elimination bracket, top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down. Into the consolation bracket, you get to be 3rd or 4th just once in the bracket. We're going to take our field again. I think it's 12 that we have confirmed attendance here inside of our championship brackets. All the way down to that top 6, 15 plus 13. So we have about 28 races to get through. That's about a 3-hour program. And ready for power-ups for SFPV, Rocket Rombo, and Kuron. Looks like it might be just SFPV and Rocket Rombo here in this first round. And we should be streaming on YouTube, on the official YouTube channel of Multi-GP, and also on Facebook, on the official page of livefpv.com.
Go over there, yeah, go do it.
In addition to mgp.livefpv.com. And I'm just going to adjust the volume as unfortunately the mixer, one of my favorite mixers in rotor sport, it doesn't have a good audio out, so we are picking things up here on an audio, on a camera. We're going to just swap one of those. Did you hear it's really muffled on the live stream? It's really windy. We'd have to rebuild it, and I gotta start the bracket. It's windy, but it's also muffled, don't you find? I just turned it down. You want me to turn it up? You can move it. It's really muffled? Okay, you want me to turn it up again? First heat is going to the line. How's that? A little better? Oh, you gotta wait for the delay. Now the suspense is killing me. So SFPV versus Rocket Rombo. SFPV qualifying the number 2 spot. Rocket Rombo qualifying inside the top 10. And so Kurlin was in this race, but didn't make it. They already had a bye, so this is going to be Heads Up Racing for fun, and one more pack on the track warming up into our championship here tonight. So we got two to watch, and SFPV going to go into the, looks like he may have some sort of issue. Your video's rolling. You're going to switch it up? While you're doing that, we're tweaking the audio here. Do you want to try the onboard? Do you want to try switching things to the onboard maybe?
The onboard mic?
The onboard mic? Let me try that. Really good job.
No audio now.
Yeah, there's no audio now. I flick it back to the webcam, and it's really muffled. I think we maybe twist a speaker, but we're about to go green. So this one, it does count. This is heat number 1. Both of these pilots going to move up in our winner's bracket, but that's where they seated. Seating meant something. Now let's race head-to-head. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads, live on the tone, lesson 5. Go tone. First one off the line is going to be Rocket Rombo making a statement. Going to make SFPV chase them down, and now SFPV making that pass right before that dive gate. Rocket Rombo through the dive gate as well. We watched these guys battle it out here in practice, and SFPV with a huge mistake on the backside, pushing it too much. He was second fastest in qualifying, is that right? Yeah, second fastest. He is right now running second in the heat versus Rocket Rombo. 1 down, 2 to go. Rocket Rombo still leading our charge here ahead of SFPV. Decaying and already. Now we have the red LEDs are SFPV making a pass right before the tunnel. And on to this final lap we go.
SFPV 21.1.
But only separated by 1.1 seconds. We're on to the final lap as the white flag flew. We're about to wave the checkered. And across the line, SFPV is going to get the win by 2.4 seconds. A pretty good start here. I mean, you had a higher seed and a lower seed grouped together. It was a bye race moving up and separating, finishing 2.4 seconds apart. Pretty good finish. We're going to see them when they come back in race number 6. No channel changes. No channel changes for them. SFPV and Rocket Rombo going to race number 6. No channel changes as they slide out and get ready to work their way out to the fields. Say hello to Stephen Ortiz watching in Scotland on our live stream here this afternoon as well. Say hello to him all the way from, we're checking in here from Mona, California. No channel changes, SFPV and Rocket Rombo going up to race number 6. Again, no channel changes. Up next will be Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, I Am Spanky, and I Fly 82. You're up. On deck. On deck will be Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, I Am Spanky, I Am Fly. Sorry. Flying Bear, Hazard, I Am Spanky, I Fly 82 are out now. Royal FPV, Fluxy, Swamp Dog, and on deck, Scotty Blue, Kid Drone, Bonk in the hole. Get ready for race number 2. Ready to go green. Flying Bear qualifying in the number 2 spot overall. SFPV was 3rd overall. Flying Bear was 2nd overall in qualifying. Hazard 7th. I'm Spanky 10th, and I Fly 82. Yeah, you're on race band 2. Yeah. I Fly 82 qualifying at the 15th spot here, sliding into race number 2. Top qualifier was Scotty Doo getting the field by about 3/10 of a second when it was all said and done. And here at AMA Expo West, we invite you to slide on up in front of our television monitors. You can watch the first-person view feed. We'll be presenting it on the screen so you can follow along with our pilots. Our pilots are controlling the feed by 2.4 control, just like the obnoxiously loud planes behind us. They're controlling their super quiet, efficient, environmentally friendly quads in front of us, or drones in front of us. 2.4 controlling. But they are flying the first-person view, an immersive experience. The feed coming from a camera on the front of the craft, traveling through the air on 5.8 analog video back to the receivers, to their goggle modules, and so they are flying as if they were in the cockpit. Let's take a look.
So, Bob, just want to confirm on launch, you can just go straight to the gate? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, straight to the gate on launch. Here we are on race number 2. Shot of our bracket. Race 2. Winner's bracket, you want to stay in the red. First or second, all the way through to our final 6 for a round robin of 6. That'll be a good time. And then, of course, you get to be 3rd or 4th, you go down to the blue. Already we're filling that consolation bracket. Looks like we may have a bye in some of our consolation brackets, so we'll see what happens here as this shakes out. Lighter day here on the opening day of AMA Expo West. Got full video. And about to go green. Flying Bear, Hazard, I Am Spanky, and I Fly 82 about to fly. All right, pilots, got the sound thumbs up. On your clocks. Live on the tilt. Less than 5. So down through the line first will be Flying Bear, then Hazard. They were in the same heats and practice and qualifying all day long. Watch them trade places numerous times, but Flying Bear now well out in front of our field already. To the far left-hand side, those blue props coming towards us through that tunnel. And through our start-finish gate right there, that's 1 lap down, 2 to go at a 20.2. Nice opening lap for him. I Fly 82, first one down the ground, trying to get back up, recovering the craft remotely, or turtle mode. But Hazard FPV now onto that lead lap, 7.9 seconds off of our leader. And here comes our leader through the tunnel, about to now about half a lap back from lapping. Hazard FPV is running in second. And don't count out I Am Spanky. He's about to come through the tunnel here off to our right, almost with a midair with our leader as he crosses on to lap number 2, crossing over. And now he is going to crash out. So Spanky crashing out, Flying Bear crashing out. This is not one to write home about, but now we have first and second both on the final lap, lap number 3, as Flying Bear with issues. So we're going to get set here to crown our first champion for this grudge match. Flying Bear versus FPV, and Hazard FPV going to get the win over Flying Bear by 1.5 seconds here in race number 2. That is going to make I Am Spanky 4th, and we'll give 3rd to I Fly 82. And now we move them up. Winner's bracket, loser's bracket, or consolation bracket. So Hazard FPV and Flying Bear, we're going to see you when you come back in race number 6. No channel changes. I'm Spanky and I Fly 82. You're back in race number 5. No channel changes as well. Again, Hazard FPV and Flying Bear to race or heat number 6. And I Am Spanky and I Fly 82 to heat number 5. That was heat number 2 in the books. Up next is heat number 3, Royal FPV, Fluxy FPV, Swamp Dog, and a bye. On deck will be Scotty View, Kid John, Bonk, bye. And then hole will be Curlin, a bye, I Fly 82, and I Am Spanky. This is heat number 3, about to fly. Swamp Dog qualifying the number 12 spots, Fluxy in 5th, and Royale in the number 4 spots. Getting set to take flight.
You ruined my prop. Huh? You ruined my prop. I ruined your prop.
Slightly windy day
Yeah, yours was fine.
here in Pomona, California. Bonk is in the chat, trying to assist with the audio and trying to say hello to everybody in the chat as well. Say hello to Double A watching on YouTube. Chase Porter says, is the audio rough for everyone? Yeah, looks like the audio's rough. We'll try and fix that. Let's grab the webcam, put it down here, a little bit out of the wind maybe. See if that'll improve it. That is live, not live. Sorry. We're trying to get it out of the wind.
How about if I
put some tape over it.
Over this.
Speakers on each side.
Can we get it closer to the speakers
No,
or
maybe.
turn the speaker? Flying Ant watching from Australia.
I'll just leave it there and see if it comes
Looks like this next race is going to start here in... That might totally silence it.
Don't you want it?
That's the audio because we have this mixer that should never exist. So normally I go from the mixer into the computer, but I got this 1920s PA system, so that is the audio capture. That is trying to capture those speakers, so that's why I put the cam close to the speakers in a way that maybe muffles it for the wind. Give all this cable here. Next race is starting in about 30 seconds. See the blue and the black. Chase Porter saying just moving that cam wasn't improving. We're going to continue improving it. Close to the speaker as far as this cable will go, maybe on that chair. We're about to watch them, just so don't plug anything. You did a great job, Tommy. Did a fantastic job. This is to forever commemorate Friday nights at AMA Expo West. Drone racing. Maybe spin it. I got your hands. We're back on that 30, but it's a tight 30. So always I see caution signs and stuff. You know, we're going to live with that. We'll see if the audio makes
Just
it
need the
better.
audio.
For everyone watching, is it? Oh, you got to wait for the 20 seconds. Are you watching on the stream?
No.
Here's the shot. I'm going to bring up the shot for everyone on the stream. Oh, you can see it on the TV behind us. There's the shot. Our wind picking up, but let's go. Greenless Racing. We're not here for video production. We're here to race drones. Let's get set to go green with your 8-way. Royale, Fluxy, and Swamp Dog. Good luck. Balance goggles down, thumbs up. On your quads, live on the tone, less than 5.
The video, just use the
Well, I can, but I like having that source.
Do you have another webcam?
I do, but then I have to set up scenes. We're gonna lose Swamp Dog on his opening lap, and we're gonna be down to 2. Let's see if we can roll him out here. We're separated by the 2 gates. We're gonna come through the tunnel first with your leader Royale with a 21-0. Now ringer dinger towards us. Wow, we lost a motor and a prop right towards our flight line, and this is why that course is 100 feet back from the race line to the flight line. That's going to be an epic crash here for Fluxy, and Royale going to get the win, but he's going to finish up the lap. Course is still hot, and he will finish up the lap because he's earned the time on the track. Epic crash here coming out of the tunnel. Not what we super expected out of Fluxy here to start things off, but it's all right. He's going to stay alive in our winner's bracket going to race. Royal getting the win going to race number 8 as well. No channel changes. So third going to go to Swamp Dog. He's back in race number 7, and along with our bye as well. That was heat number 3 in the books. Up next is race number 4, Scotty Dew's Kid Drone. Bonk and a bye. On deck will be Corland, which is a bye, and iFly 82 versus I Am Spanky. There'll be some good watching right there. And in the hole, SFPV, Rocket Rombo, Hazard FPV, and Flying Bear again in the hole. Working our way through that bracket, and we will stop the bracket at race number 12. Once we get to race number 12, we're going to race that final 6 in a head-to-head mono versus mono round robin format, which means the final 6, the top 6, are going to race each other one time, and the most amount of wins to decide our Friday night champion here at AMA Expo West. This is on the EMAX Cup, Drone Racing Cup track. Thanks to our friends at EMAX, of course, predominantly known in our community for the red bottom motors. 2304 red bottoms, right? Also, into the scene last year with the Avon prop, also their new antennas, ESCs, basically the entire quad, aside from the lipos, could be fully EMAX. We love them. You can also experience their Baby Hawk experience inside of the vendor area here at AMA Expo West. Their new Tiny Hawk. Golly, let's go over there. It'll be a good time. I remember EMAX. Excited to party with them here this week. This is race number 4. So a bye, there's 3, which means you just don't want to be last and you stay in the winner's bracket. Part 1. Part 2, we have Bonk, who is 9th overall in qualifying, Kid Drone, who is 8th overall in qualifying, and our top qualifier, Scotty Doo.
It'll automatically.
Scotty Doo making that stroll back.
Sorry, not free.
Right there to the left of our screen, and set to fly. So many tabs. Any way of reducing the audio on just the webcam? I think it's just blowing it up. Blowing it out. Yeah, let me just, I'm just going to adjust it a notch. Race is going to start in 30 seconds or less. We did move it to a better area, less windy area, but we'll take a look in a sec. Let's go green. Everyone chasing Scotty Doo. Goggles down, thumbs up. On your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Full send, Scotty Doo, first one through that gate, and going to try and stay ahead of traffic as we've seen the mid-airs come into play here at AMA Expo West. Watch up top center of my screen, Bonk having some difficulty with that dive gate. So it's Scotty Doo, Kid Drone 1 and 2, and then Bonk running third. And Scotty Doo goes on to lap number 2 with a 21 and change. 2.2 seconds back, Kid Drone getting onto that lead lap. And Bonk down to the ground, going to try and recover remotely a la turtle mode, a la mode de la turtle. Looks like he may be able to take off. He was pretty side down, now pretty side up, now pretty side down. And looks like maybe a busted prop. Scotty Doo, your top qualifier here on the final lap, on lap number 3. In that air chicane slash orbit, about to go through the tunnel. That's almost victory lane to our checker gate. 3 laps in 57 seconds to win. Scotty Doo getting the win here in race number 4. Second going to Kid Drone. Third going to Bonk. So we will move him up, move him down here in our bracket. So Scotty Doo and Kid Drone, you are moving up in our winner's bracket. Congratulations. We're going to see you when you come back in race number 8. No channel changes. Again, race number 8, heat number 8. That was 4, up to 8. No channel changes. Meanwhile, Bonk, you are back in race number 7. No channel changes. You're going to be heads up racing versus Swamp Dog. You want to switch out channels? Sure.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad it was until after I flew a different bed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something weird with 8. And that's on your module too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've, the ground station, the module, everything with 8. Cool, yeah. We'll figure out your channel. Where did I just move you? What this? I moved you to heat 8. Let's move you to different seats. You want to go to race band 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
My pleasure. I'm here to please. Up now is I Am Spanky versus I Fly. This is a bye race. And a pretty good seating for a head-to-head. Then you have SFPV, Rocket Rombo, Hazard FPV, and Flying Bear on deck. Then you have Swamp Dog and Bonk in the hole. This is race number 5 into our consolation brackets we venture. We're on heat number 5. I think we may have to adjust that camera placement. We have another spot that might be a little more out of the wind. Maybe up in the tent shooting down or something. I was doing some administration here, but behind the scenes. 6. We're on lap number 3. And I Am Spanky going to get the win here in this one. And both of them staying alive, though. That'll give iFly82 a chance to finish up this lap and win those lines that have been picking up a little bit. That is definitely coming into play here for him, but it doesn't matter. They're both coming back here in race number 9, no channel changes. And it'll be
iFly82 done.
3 laps in 2 minutes 12 for iFly82, and they are back. That was race number 5. They'll be back in race number 9, no channel changes. Again, I Am Spanky with the win, and we jump about 24 seconds back between first and second. At one point, actually almost 2 points, that was a battle for track position. And that's kind of a precursor. I think it'll be tighter battles when we get to the end of the program, but just a little bit of a precursor when we get into that head-to-head racing a little bit later on. This will be SFPV, Rocket Ronbo, Hazard FPV, and Flying Bear will be up. On deck will be Swamp Dog versus Bank. In the hole will be Royale, Fluxy, Scotty Doo, and Kid Drown. For race number 6, this is a winner's bracket situation. You have SFPV, who's 3rd overall in qualifying, Rocket Ronbo, 6th overall in qualifying, Hazard FPV, who is 7th overall in qualifying, and Flying Bear, who is our 2nd overall qualifier. Did our qualifying here at this event based on fast laps, hot laps. Solid FPV coming up with some big lines there after watching that last heat, saying that I Am Spanky sure knows how to spank the ground and keep at it. Yes, I Am Spanky definitely persevering through this demanding course. You know, drone racing, unlike other forms of RC racing, even motorsports, we race in 3D as we go inverted. You're seeing many pilots going inverted and changing directions on about 3 different axes as they make that dive gate maneuver, especially our pro pilots. Double A watching on the Facebook as well. I like him giving us that view count on both sides on the YouTube and on the Facebook, and mgp.livefpv.com as well. Got a note coming in from Dr. Turner via private message. You got a chance to see Jace Dusha fly his 3D airplane. Definitely go check it out. He's an awesome fixed-wing pilot. We actually got to see him fly yesterday during the media visits during our afternoon of hanging out till we set up at 5 o'clock last night. It was a great day yesterday, getting to experience all the sights and sounds here of AMA Expo West. We're proud to present drone racing at the event and proud to be the special interest group for drone racing. That's part of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. We are a few of the 180,000 members strong as we get set to go green. This is whole shot rule, no. Well, actually, this 2018 season, it is whole shot rule in brackets. So yeah, you confused me. I'm already doing 2019 rules. Whole shot rule is contact before the first gate, resulting in a crash before the first gate. We'll enforce that. We'll carry that through right through to the end. We haven't had that come and play yet today, right? Here, no, in brackets, I don't think so. And you know what? It's not going to come into play either, guys. It's not going to. That was a question just for interest and to stall things. I like to stall, but let's go green. Goggles down, thumbs up. On your quads, live on the tone in less than 5. That's on off to the races. And they do trade places a few times. Flying Bear going to get the whole shot. Flying Bear and SFPV through the dive gate at about the exact same time. And Hazard FPV is trying to keep up with them. He had to circle back to the dive gate. He drops down to 4th, which means Rocket Ronbo up into 3rd. Now 2nd is SFPV crashing out on the backside of the course. And Flying Bear, your leader here after one with an 18.7. It is a battle for the 2-3, and it matters. Rocket Rombo and Hazard FPV crossing over second and third, 7/10 of a second apart here. On to lap number 2 to go for them. As Flying Bear with Watson in, he crosses over on the third and final lap, which will bring up the white flag for everybody. Almost NASCAR over the field here. And we got Hazard FPV just ahead of Rocket Rombo here on lap 2, about to cross on to lap number 3. And difference now a little longer, 1.7 seconds as they get onto that final lap. And now both of them go through the dive gate at exactly the same time. It is still happening just ahead of Rocket Rombo. Flying Bear getting an easy win on this one, but again, it is a battle for the 2-3. That transfer position at the bottom. Another big pass right there. Here we go. Hazard FPV full send at that start finish gate. Rocket Rombo had the lead a couple of times, but comes up third by 7/10 of a second on the finish. And so SFPV is going to pull up fourth in that one. He's back in race number 9. SFPV down to the consolation bracket, and Rocket Rombo is going to be with him as well. They'll be back in race number 9. And we give the win to Flying Bear, second to Hazard FPV. Flying Bear and Hazard FPV, you're back in race number 11. Meanwhile, Rocket Rombo and SFPV back in race number 9. Only one channel change to worry about. SFPV going to race band 4. Again, Flying Bear, Hazard FPV going to heat 11. Rocket Rombo and SFPV going to heat 9. And SFPV going to race band number 4. That was heat number 6 in the books, and that was a hot one. The what?
TV's not working with the list.
The TV isn't working?
Yeah, this one out here.
What's it doing?
Nothing. Not supported.
Try now?
Still the same.
It's telling me that it's broadcasting out.
Negative. It's not.
You're saying it's not?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna hit some buttons here. Let's try this. We're talking about a live stream. Do you see the bracket on that now?
Hey, can you read us back this Scully? We're a little confused.
This is number 7, Swamp Dog versus Monk.
Okay.
On deck will be Royale, Fluxy, Scotty Dune, Kid Drone. So is it says not supported? I have no IT support. I need someone who, how do we fix this? Alright, I'm gonna hit a whole bunch of buttons and see if I can bring you that.
What do you need, Scully?
For some reason, there's something that says not supported, but I'm using an extension. My computer is telling me that the live stream should be on that screen.
He's getting no support just for this, or just the live stream? Just for this?
Just the live stream. It says
Turn the extend off and on.
extend on and off. Let's try that. Alt P. Monk, this is your race. Windows P. Good luck, Monk. We don't need to win. So PC screen only,
Don't win anyways.
and then now extend. Now will that work?
Nope.
Negative.
It,
Could be your,
it really upset everything on this computer now.
could be the resolution. That's why it's on. Not supposed
Yeah, but it was just working.
Well, that's what I mean. Extended could be going into a weird resolution.
How about now?
The TV doesn't exist. No, negative.
What if you unplug it and plug it right in there? The HDMI. Next race is going to start here in about 2 minutes or less. Is it on the big screens in the back? Oh.
Let's just try turning. We already turned this off and on. No, we'll do it full power.
And that totally bumped my everything. I fly. You are up and all. You're in heat number 7, 8. You're in 9. Yeah. Yes. What do you have on that screen now?
Firing up still. Hang on a second.
Right now it's not extended on it. Appreciate your patience. I'm gonna hit extend. Do you have my computer screen maybe?
No, it's reading.
Let me try resolution over here. What's really weird is it worked, no one touched anything. I am outputting 1920 1080 as an extend,
That should be fun.
and it's on the same line as those other TVs behind us. What are the other TVs doing?
This one may be overheating, Scully.
It's hot as hell, Scully.
Oh. What about the other TVs?
I've ever participated in my thing. Did you see that?
It might be my desktop.
Oh, I gotta go back. You notice how I was doing it the wrong way? I gotta zoom in.
And now, should it be, what we got now? They're turned off?
Yeah.
No image? Right now it's telling me I'm putting out the live stream on those. It is this splitter. The TV was off? Alright. Do you get overheated too?
Bring them in case you miss. Go beside it. It's not going to work so well.
You guys want to run and power cycle your quads here? Yeah, what about the other one? It's right off too. I'm surprised that one died.
Because they want to find it safe. And this
You got nothing?
hit the wheel and tip the wing into
I don't know what to do. I don't know why. Like, we just get rid of.
parts went flying.
Like, is this funky?
Tip cover, all the wheel panels went flying.
It's saying only the blue is plugged in. It's not even seeing the end of the line there. On my splitter, it's not seeing that TV over there. It's not even seeing the HDMI. Negative? Why don't we unplug those? Why don't we just try and get this one working? Or we say forget it and we just race. Fix it later. That's what I'm feeling. Huh? I don't know. Hey guys, let's worry about it later. Let's just race. Try and fix this one. If we can. Hey, Tommy? Tommy? Did you end up putting tape over that thing?
What I did was put foam over to help as a muffler.
So they're saying it's making it even more muffled. The people around it are sounding good. It's like the mic that sounds muffled. So we need to maybe spin a speaker closer, like pointing this direction if there's one that we don't really need. Just a little bit. That sounds even worse, but there we go. That might sound better on the... And then what's muffling the camera?
There shouldn't be anything because it's.
Okay, it's just foam? Alright. Here we go. We're going to go green with what we got. We don't have FPV feeds for some reason. I don't know why it was working and then it's not. But this is Swamp Dog versus Bank. This is race number 7. This is the consolation bracket. Top 2 move up to race number 10. And they will have people to compete with. But right now it is heads up racing. Swamp Dog versus Bank. Swamp Dog trying to get a full lap in. He was close the last time. Bonk getting those laps in. And Bonk ready to go. Swamp Dog ready to go. All right, pilots, on your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. It'll be Bonk, first one through. Honest. What'd you do? That splitter goes to the computer. That TV is coming off of this splitter, which is coming from the computer. It's off? Yeah, try it. Try and turn it back on. Speaking about off, we also lost Swamp Dog, losing a little video action. So we're down to just one. As we go through and start narrowing our field, the competition will get a little more intense, but here we are, one lap down to 33.7 for Bonk, already over at our dive gate to the far left of us. Is that TV turning on? So it's doing some funky stuff on my side here. We're just rolling up. One more lap to go here for Bonk. It's a 25.8, lap 2 on to lap 3. And let's come around to our 50-yard line gate. There'll be 3 laps in the session. We're not going to finish our race? Okay, we won't finish our race. Oh, maybe we'll finish our race. Thinking about it. Making it interesting. Laps in a minute 34 for Bonk, and he will stay alive in our consolation bracket right there. As we start filling that grid a little tighter, we give first to Bonk, second to Swamp Dog. They are back in race number 10. No channel changes. No channel changes. We'll see them in just a few. And as we continue on here through our list, up next will be Royale, Fluxy, Scotty Doo, and Kid Drone. Full heat in our winners bracket. On deck will be I Am Spanky, iFly82, Rocket Rumbo, and SFPV. And the whole will be Bonk, Swamp Dog, and third and fourth from this next race that we are gridding up. We're now at heat number 8, about to go green.
I think that splitter's dead. Well, with this splitter's working. So the first splitter is not in play because it goes PDR to this computer capture card, which is working. Then it goes out to this. Yeah, we're not getting the smart TV. The smart TVs we're not getting, but we're not getting that one either. No, this we're getting this. That's separate. Okay. This, the one that's not working is hooked up to this. And we're not getting this, like it's not big. Well, I think it's because the whole line. Unplug the far side. Let's just get the first one working.
We are at race number 8. We are inside our winners bracket. What do you got going on it? It's seeing my computers is messing up my computer.
In and out. It just showed.
I know, it's been doing that. Flickers in and out. Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got
At your desktop.
Your second? Nope, it's gone. Did you change anything, or is it just changed?
No, I just changed it now. Now what?
Yeah, blank.
So,
At your desktop.
you have my desktop.
And your second desktop.
We were saying the cab.
Okay. So what do you see now?
Nothing.
Okay. It sees you. It's really... So I got an extend. I'm going to go PC only. Now I'm going to go extend. Do you see it?
Yes.
You see my extend. Now it's really upset my computer, but now I go over here. Come on, baby. Still have my computer? Now you might have my computer as well. My computer keeps flicking in and out. It keeps flicking in and out. That TV, It just keeps blanking out. You know what? We're not going to be fancy with the live stream today. Plug that TV into that splitter. Okay? Next race is going to start in about 90 seconds. Appreciate everyone's patience. This is drone racing. We are dealing with analog 1980s, 90s technology. And we try and make it fancy. We are live streaming right now to about 45 people worldwide watching. And at the same time, trying to put it on display so you can see the first person view. Is it showing you that my DVR now?
Yes.
Yeah, there's something between it and my computer. If you do want to see those first person views, they are on that one screen. Maybe make it two. You want to plug the far ones in it as well? Or
yeah,
no?
we can.
You can?
Well, they're not good right now because it's not.
They won't have names on them, but you'll be able to see the first person view. This is race number 8. This is going to be the best race so far of the day. High seeds, all in our winner's bracket. All these pilots been first or second in our championships. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Good luck. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Go towing off to the race as we go. Hold shot. First one through the gate is Scotty D with those light props. He is your top qualifier. First one through our dive gate and leading the rest of our field. Process of elimination. Royale succumbing to the pressure. He is down. Going to try and recover remotely, putting himself back up in the air. He's able to do it. Start with 4. We still have 4 in, but Scotty D, your leader after 1 with a 19.408, already on the lap number 2. Kid Drone with a 23.8 on the lap 2. Fluxy running third, 1.7 seconds back with 2 laps to go. And as we look off to our right-hand side of the course, left-hand side of the course, right-hand side of the course is Scotty D. Your leader goes on to his final lap with a 16.6. I was waiting for Royal to come through. Kid Drone and Fluxy now 7/10 of a second apart. Following them, coming out of that dive gate section, they say stay alive in the winner's bracket here for the transfer position. Now everyone working on done 3 laps in 54 seconds. And now Kid will be second. It'll be Kid Drone to stay alive in the winner's bracket. Fluxy falling short here. And this one, Royal with the biggest move with the crash, the recovery. He pulls up third. And Fluxy going to pull up fourth. And that is going to be it in all, coming up a little short here, but a good finish. Once again, Scotty Do, your top qualifier. He gets the win. Kid Drone going to pull up second. Third will be Royale, and fourth will be Fluxy. 3 laps, 54 seconds for Scotty Do to get the win. And we will see Royale and Fluxy Royale. We're going to see Scotty Do and Kid Drone when they come back in our winner's bracket. No channel changes. They come back in heat 11. That was 8. Again, Scotty Do and Kid Drone to heat number 11. No channel changes. Royale and Fluxy, you're back in race number 10. No channel changes. No channel changes. That was heat number 8. Up next will be heat number 9. That'll be I Am Spanky, iFly82, Rocket Rombo, SFPV. You're up. On deck will be Bonk, Swamp Dog, Royal FPV, and Fluxy. In the hole, Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, Scotty Do, and Kid Drone. Rocket Rombo, you're on R6. Yep. There's no channel changes unless I make a big deal out of it. Everyone's still good. This is heat number 9. This is in our consolation brackets. They're pretty excited about Scotty. And now more audio. Yeah, well, they're trying to help us tweak it. Unfortunately, we have this, not only are we using 1980s technology, we're also using a 1980s mixer. So traditionally we run from the mixer to the live stream, but it doesn't have a mixer out. So people at home are giving us feedback saying that it is too hot now. Before it was muffled, so I'm going to turn it down there, and we'll see if that makes things better. We also have to wait 40 seconds for the video to go from here up into space, back down to someone's computer. They will process, type, and then it will come around full circle. We'll see if that improved it. Thank you, Johnny Fly. This is I Am Spanky, iFly82, Rocket Rombo, and SFPV. I'm missing a pilot. I don't want to single them out, but I think it's SFPV. I got no video from you.
Race 2, right?
No.
Race 4.
Race 4. There you go. Perfect. You're my only channel change at some point. Here we go. You got all the time in the world. I'm Spanky, I Fly 82, Rocket Rombo, or SFPV. 2 of these pilots are going to be done. 2 moving on. With a chance to go into our round robin if we have time for it tonight, do we? I think we might. Potentially. What time does it get dark here? 7. And we got lights. Oh yeah, we got this. We got this. Alright, pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, all through our start finish gate. SFPV, your highest seat in this seat. He is your leader coming out of that dive gate already and into the middle part of our course, leading our charge. And watching I Fly 85 and I Am Spanky go through the dive gate at about the exact same time. Having some difficulty over there. SFPV about to go into lap 2. There he goes with a 20.6. I think Rocket Rombo now running second. But there he goes on to lap number 2 as well. As we continue watching I Fly 82 and I Am Spanky in a battle for the 3-4 at the moment. And I Fly 82 just ahead I Am Spanky. Now that was SFPV making the pass. I Am Spanky, then I Fly 82 crossing over onto lap number 2. SFPV now onto lap number 3. Your leader through that dive gates. Everyone else working on lap number 2. He's going to try and... There's SFPV. 3 laps in 57 seconds. A 17.0 his last one. Pretty hot lap. Especially we're talking about 15.0 and 14.7 I think are top times here on the course and practice and qualifying. And now just waiting on Rocket Rombo to come through our tunnel and across our line to pull up second to stay alive here in our consolation bracket. SFPV and Rocket Rombo grabbing first and second. They're back in race number 12. No channel changes. And that's where it comes to an end here in our bracket for I Am Spanky and I Fly 82. Finishing up here in about the number 11 and 12 spot. That was race number 9 in the books. Again, we're going to move them up. SFPV and Rocket Rombo staying alive in our consolation bracket. We'll see them when they come back in heat number 12. No channel changes. No channel changes. Up next will be Bonk, Swamp Dog, Royal, and Fluxy. Also consolation bracket, top 2 in this race. Moving on to race against SFPV and Rocket Rombo. On deck will be Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, Scotty Deer, and Kid Drone. In the hole will be SFPV, Rocket Rombo, and I think 3rd and 4th in race 11. This is heat number 10. See what the feedback is on YouTube. It's clipping. The sound level coming out isn't that bad, but whatever is going in is clipping, so it's missing a lot of the sound. Therefore, sounds are muffled. So some sort of an adjustment. The mic is distorted from Neon FPV. A lot of audio engineers on YouTube today. I like it. Why not? So I don't know what more adjustments we can do. Where's the camera?
Right there.
Let's move the camera back from the speaker now that the speaker is coming in. It might be too close to the speaker. These guys are talking a lot of stuff like we're using an actual mixing board and connections and stuff like that, but we're using a webcam and pointing it at a speaker, fellas at home. So we've made another change. Let us know in the chat if that improved it. If there's an input on the laptop that you're using, lower it and raise the output. Okay, again, Johnny Fly, we have a that's better, they're saying. That improved it, Bonk. There we go. Yeah, you got a Mercy. We got a Mercy 2 minutes. So they're saying move it further from the speaker. Jeff X is, yeah, I know Jeff X. I just said. I think maybe a slight, let's do a little bit more improvement, Bonk. Maybe, yeah, a little bit more back. Johnny Fry saying, yep, that did help, but they didn't say perfect, so now we're going to take it back. I mean, it's never going to be perfect. It's a webcam with on it. I wish I had another webcam to shoot the webcam, but that would really mess things up. All right. Yeah, we could do a mirror. Can you also lower the webcam input level? All right, we're going to leave the chair there, and I'm going to lower the webcam input level to, number I'm going to go to here is, let's call it a 34, negative 34.
It changed on, oh no, it doesn't change on scenes.
Now people messaging me. Wonder what that's about. Oh, model rockets. Rockets red glare. Bombs bursting in air. You guys, how's that 2 minutes? Are we still under the 2 minutes? Oh, you're back? All right, here we go. This is race number 10, getting closer to championship here today. This is our brackets, into our round robin. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5. Fluxy Royal Bonk and Swamp Dog through our start-finish gate. We lost Bonk, and we are coming in hot. Fluxy Royal. What a great race. Royal, Fluxy 1 and 2. Royal.
Fluxy done.
Fluxy. So 6 was Scotty Duke. Who's on race band 6? What's your handle again? Royal was on 6. Oh, my number's roll backwards on this one. So we lost Bonk and Swamp Dog. Yeah. Okay, cool. Royal with the win. Fluxy pulling up second. I'm going to blame Lifetime for that feature they've never fixed. So Royal with the win. Fluxy with second. Bonk pulling up third. Swamp Dog in fourth. That was race number 10. So that means Bonk going to finish up in the number 8 spot, I believe, and we will give 9th to Swamp Dog. Pretty good finish. Good race right there. Gonna pick things up here. The win going to Royal, second going to Fluxy, third going to Bonk, fourth going to Swamp Dog. And so we will see Royal and Fluxy when you come back in race number 12. It looks like we got some channel changes.
No channel changes for the next heat up?
Royal, no, not for the next heat up. Royal going to race band 2, Fluxy going to race band 8 when they come back in heat 12. Royal to race band 2, Fluxy to race band 8 when you come back. Let's get ready for race number 11. Race 11. This is Flying Bear, Kid Drone, Hazard FPV, and Scotty Doo. After them will be Fluxy FPV, SFPV, Rocket Ronbo, and Royal. That's on deck. And then we'll have our top 6. Then we'll stage a round robin. Take a short little pause and set that up. Or we just round it out. Or we just round it at the afternoon, Bonk. What do you think?
What time is it?
It is 10 to 5.
What time do you want to be done by?
10 to 5.
Yeah, round top.
Or we just do, we'll see. We'll see what the pilots want to do. I'm good. We can do the round robin. We can do a chase the ace. I think we have time to do the round robin. Why not, right?
We'll be quick.
Why not? We're at race 11. Top 2 in this race. Well, actually, these four pilots are definitely in the top 6. You guys want to do a round robin, don't you? You guys do? Top 6? Alright, well that's gonna happen? Alright, well you guys are all in that. This is for fun. You've all made it. You're now safe. You're now safe. Because 2 of you would be advancing to the final 4, 2 of you would be going to the semifinal, which would be top 6.
Okay, so basically we just press W the entire time.
So basically you guys are in. This is one last pack of practice, even though it's in that bracket situation. And then the race on deck, we'll see who will join these 4 pilots in a round robin. And that's going to be some fun head-to-head racing. It's going to take me a little bit to set up as some administration to do, but it's going to be a good time. Round robin head-to-head racing. Some fast pilots. Here we go. Flying Bear, Hazard, Scotty D, and Kid Drone. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Off to the races once again we go. Exciting day here in the sunshine, Pomona, California. Opening day of the 2018 Academy Model Aeronautics. Expo West, Scotty Dura, top qualifier with an 18.7, then Kid Drone, then Flying Bear, then Hazard FPV. 1, 2, 3, 4 across this line. And on to lap number 2 to go. Scotty Dura with at a 3-second lead. I think he just stretched it a little bit. He's coming through the tunnel. And now here comes second through the tunnel. Flying Bear moving up the tank from third into second. Onto that final lap with some breathing room. 3.9 seconds back in third is Kid Drone. And we have a dangler with Hazard FPV. He is in some sort of ropes on some sort of a gate. And so it'll come down. Flying Bear gonna get the win. Scotty Doo gonna pull second. Big pass there on lap number 3 to put the Bear ahead of the Doo.
Kid Drone done.
Kid Drone gonna pull up third. And that'll put Hazard FPV in 4th. But they are gonna be in our round robin of the final 6. They are in. That was just for fun. And for bragging rights, and those bragging rights going to Flying Bear, 3 laps in 54. Getting Scotty Doo the TQ by 0.6 of a second, 0.68 between first and second. And Kid Drone pulling up third there, 11 seconds back off of those guys up at the top of the board. But it doesn't matter. They are going to go moving into our round robin this afternoon, where it'll be a longer program, but we're going to race our top 6 head-to-head, and one at a time. Everyone will match everyone once, and it'll come down to the number of wins to decide who is our Friday night champion. And now we come to this race, race number 12 of our program, and this race decides who is going to join them. Flying Bear, Hazard FPV, Scotty Doo, and Kid Drone. Who is going to be battling them? It'll be the top 2 in this race. Will it be SFPV? Could be. He qualified in the number 3 spot overall. Will it be Rocket Rombo? He has a chance. He was 6 overall, so maintaining a top 6 if he gets into that stage of the competition. Could it be Royale? He was 4th overall in qualifying. Or will it be Fluxy? Qualified 5th overall. Now in this bracket. This could be, those will probably be our top race. With 4 pilots in the air before we get into that head-to-head situation. Looks like we may have 2 pilots sharing a channel. We should have Royale on race band 2. That was one of those channel changes that we talked about. But it's all good. Not here to judge. Last minute quad change, guys. If you want a power cycle, you want to put your goggles on your head, relax. Next race is going to start here in about 90 seconds. quad change happening at the line. Back over to YouTube, see what they're saying. Asking if everyone's going to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch the FAI race. You could, or you could just sleep in like a normal person, wake up in the morning and scrub through, watch the highlights. Haha, good plan. They're racing in Shenzhen at 3 a.m. I guess that's Eastern, 3 a.m. Eastern. The FAI quote-unquote World Championship drone race. 129 pilots from around the globe competing. We have 5 of those from Team USA. We wish them the best of luck. 2 of them in the top 5 in qualifying. And they're going to do eliminations all the way through to the very end. 2 days. And I think the opening day, every pilot flew once after sitting there for 14 hours. We did that before 9 o'clock, huh, Colby?
So Royal, how'd you get so fancy on your...
Here we go. Looks clean. Did you do the module trick? Did you go to channel 0? Because it's crystal right now. Are you feeling it? You know the module trick? Do you know how to do that? We can walk through it together. Oh, did it help? Like, I have like a little flicker in and out, but... And it didn't help you? Because I'm looking at the same thing you're supposed to be looking at.
He had his module on. It's okay. We got it.
Oh. Alright, cool. Now you're good, right? Here we go. Top 2 are going to do a whole bunch more racing. In fact, so much more racing, more than every pilot that went to Shenzhen. This afternoon, under the lights, maybe, hopefully not, potentially. Bottom 2, our judges are going to go to the beer gardens here at AMA Expo West, because they're doing some night flying tonight. Hopefully you are too. Good luck, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads, live on the tone in less than 5. Oh, they want it. They want it. Fluxy biting into a gate at the end of the straight. SFPV, that's Royal up at the top. He's got an issue. SFPV is coming in hot here through that tunnel. Lap 1 done, on to lap number 2. Watching over to our right-hand side in that tunnel as well. Here comes Royal, moving from 3rd up into 2nd. 26-0. And Fluxy now caught on one of the guide wires on the end of one of our gates, now sliding into the gate. Here comes your leader now, laps 1 and 2, SFPV with a 19.6 onto lap number 3. We take him. Watching Royal here. He gets on to lap number 3, Rocket Rombo. 9/10 of a second back. It's almost a battle for the 2-3 between Royal and Rocket Rombo. And now a little bit of breathing room. Slide SFPV up 3 laps in 56 seconds, and Royal will pull up 2nd in this one as well. And they are now going to join Flying Bear Scotty Doo and Kid Drone and Hazard in a round robin of our final 6. SFPV with the win. We'll give Rocket Rombo 3rd. We'll give Fluxy 4th. That is where their journey comes to an end in the number 7 and 8 spots overall in our ranking. And now we get set to wage battle here. Head-to-head mono-a-mono versus SFPV and Rocket Rombo. And I'm just going to need probably about 3 or 4 minutes to stage those races. Shouldn't take me too long, but we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like no people showed up. What's with that? Everybody's fast. There's no like average pilot at all. No.
My apologies to everyone watching the YouTube. I got a whole bunch of screens and mice and trying to do 3 jobs at once, so I think I just left the bracket up during that last race. It was a pretty good one. Final results, SFPV 3 laps 56 seconds, Royale 3 laps 60 seconds, 0.3. Rocket Rombo 3 laps a minute 12, and Fluxy down on the first lap. So stand by, we're going to stage that. It's going to take me about 3 minutes to get set for our next half.
don't want to break. I want to break fast. I think Daniel is actually fast. Yeah, you will survive because there's time between. Take the 2 off the charger and put 1 more on, or 2 more on. You need to learn how to charge yourself. You sound kind of dumb. He'll have time afterwards, so. Me versus David, this runs up and there's going to be a lot of people. I don't know if I'm going to break it. I'm not breaking it. Watch. It's 6. 5 heats. That's 5 races. 5 heats per 5 seats. I don't know if we're up to 3 more. Here, let's go plug in batteries. Hang on.
And Royale, if you can go back to race band 6. Royale, if you can go back to race band 6 for me. So, not set yet, but heat number 1 will be Royale versus Flying Bear. Heat 2 will be Scotty Doo versus SFPV. Heat 3 will be Kid Drone versus Hazard. Will be the first round. It'll be SFPV versus Kid Drone, Hazard versus Royal, Flying Bear versus Scotty Doo. Heat 3 will be Hazard versus SFPV, Kid Drone versus Flying Bear, Royale versus Scotty Doo. Heat 4 will be Scotty Doo versus Kid Drone, Flying Bear versus Hazard, SFPV versus Royal. Then it'll be Hazard versus Scotty Doo, Royale versus Kid Drone, and SFPV versus Flying Bear. The last heat to the last round. That will be some outstanding watching right there. Again, will be just a few moments before we get ready to grid that up.
How much time we got?
Need some filler?
You still got a couple of minutes, yeah.
Go for it.
X-Class?
Yeah, you want to do an X-Class? That'd be awesome. Well, we have SFPV, Colby Kurtula, with us, and he is going to do what some would call an X-Class frame demonstration. Others would call it a Pro Class demonstration. That is the big drone. We're going to fly it. He's going to attempt a lap here.
Should I point this at that?
Yeah, you want to do it? Let me, I'll turn on that camera. That is live right now. So he's going to do a demonstration here while I'm getting set on administration behind the scenes, as this is a format that I have to manually run. It's not instant in our scoring software. But we're going to fly a 500 millimeter plus frame here around our course.
No, go for it. I'm not using it anymore. I'm done for the day, so yeah, charge whatever you need. It'll do up to 200 watts. I think it's like probably 4 or 5 amps each for 6S. Yeah, 4 amps.
And we're going to fly that, and then we'll get set for our first heat, which will be Royal versus Flying Bear. That's still a little bit away, but first, and a huge demonstration that we're excited to get into here momentarily.
Make sure the GoPro's recording. Is the audio on this camera or on your?
The audio is on that camera too, yeah.
Change to your computer for the time being.
Well, no, we're just going to capture it. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's already at like 30%, so. It's not the best. It's not the worst. And maybe we can.
Just make sure to switch the live stream between this camera and the.
When you're done, it's live right now.
To switch between the two, the FPV feed and this feed.
Oh yeah, I could go. You want me to go? Yeah, you want me to fully? I can go FPV feed in that. Yep, that's queued, ready to go. Alright. Alright. I have no idea. unfortunately, because I have to be scoring on the same computer. We're going to take off. This is with the big drone. We invite you to slide on up to the side of our flight line, but no further. There's a huge frame right there. Taking a look. Now, he did a full lap earlier in his previous demo. You follow FPV on our live stream. The dive gate is going to be interesting. He gets it. They're excited about that. And a yaw spin out of it, scrubbing a little bit of speed. Just a thing of beauty right there. Let's see him line up on this tunnel. Oh, thinks about it. Lines up on that tunnel again. Oh, third time. Just put like the tip through, see how it, just see if it'll fit. It'll fit. Yeah, they're excited about that right there. All cheers.
Did I move the chair back?
Yeah. The Expo.
Fuck me.
So are you looking through goggles to see?
So yeah, when he's flying, or when all of us are flying out here, we all have goggles on.
So you can see where the
Yeah, it's just like what's on the TV right there.
So this is the camera, and then there's a video transmitter, and then that sends an analog signal. So when you're flying forward, you see from like here to here, so you've got a pretty wide field of view.
Yeah, that's the only way that you could.
It's amazing.
See, that's it, just sitting there.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we're going to just need a few more minutes and then we'll get ready into our round robin here this afternoon. Round robin is our top 6. We've gotten our field stripped down, and now they get set to wage battle. In a head-to-head round-to-robin format, and it's based on the number of wins that they're able to get. Everyone will face each other once, and that'll round out our opening day, our opening day of competition. And I am less than 2 minutes from being ready to go green. Royal, you made that channel change to race band 6, right? Awesome. I like your style. Kid Drone is on race band 7. And Hazard is on race band 3. So I am now set. 100%. Got my first round built at least. So once we're set, it'll be Flying Bear versus Royal. You're up on deck. Scotty Doo versus SFPV. In the hole, Kid Drone versus Hazard FPV. So heat number 1, if you can start working your way to the line, it would be Greatly appreciated. Start order.
Oh, that's why it's missing one? Yeah, because when I took it out today, I'm like, oh, you probably just forgot to put the cable for that. Oh, I have it. I have a like bits, like, you know, kind of like a restricted head of the screen. Can we use that on it?
What is it?
Oh, you do? Yeah, I broke off a bolt. Did this charger, like, so it's stuck in there?
No, that's actually the pilots. They're coming.
I got video. Pilot's working back.
I just came by to supervise you, man.
2 layers of image.
How you doing today?
Flag Bear versus Royal. Heat number 1 of the round robin. Maintaining 33 people here on YouTube. Sitting back for a podcast, Laker style. Flying Bear versus Royal, and if you are in-house top left watching our FPV screen, that is Flying Bear. He seated, I think, 2nd overall in qualifying. Royal in the number 6 spot, I believe, on the right-hand side. Number of wins, top 6. That is 5 pilots that each of these pilots will compete against. Looking for the most amount of wins. We do have awards that Tommy's hopefully going to go jack from the vendors. Let's see what happens. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tilt. Stand by, stand by. Just disarm your quads, take a breath. I'm just going to hit some buttons, make sure it's a 3-lap race, as it is. Alright, appreciate your patience. Pilots, stand by, I got to hit some more buttons. Now I'm ready. If you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Rearm your quads. Live on the tilt. Less than 5. Off the line we go. It'll be Flying Bear just ahead of Royal to start things off for the races. A 1 on lap number 1, and Flying Bear pulling away with a 1-gate lead. Oh, now it's going to be Royal just ahead of Flying Bear by the looks of things here in the opening lap. It's a race to 3, and yes, indeed, we come through the backside of our course. Royal with a 17-0, Flying Bear with a 1.7-second deficit here after the first round as we work them around here. Midway points on lap number 2. Now, Royal with a slight mistake. Just as I looked up to Flying Bear, he had Royal in his sights. Now Flying Bear up in the lead. Royal back in the air. Flying Bear onto lap number 3 now. Royal onto that lead lap as well. Flying Bear in the 1, coming through. Oh no, smashing into a gate just on the edge of our tunnel. Still with a yaw spin of death. Almost into the model rocket zone off to our far right. He's trying to turtle mode his way back up. He gets back up, but he'll be chasing Royal to the line. Royal, whoa, crashing right before the start-finish gates. I did not see it line of sight. Did anyone see it go through line of sight, or is that going to come down to a DVR review? They're saying did not go through, so we will pick up the pieces. We will pick up the pieces, and let's watch the end of that race back. Here, a DVR review in the raw, and the lipo. The lipo does not count. The lipo does not count.
As long as the VTX gets through, you're good.
Yeah, it's what do we? I think we call it the. It's got to be the tip of the motor arm has to go through the gate. I think is the official ruling. Lipo is not part. That's like having a wheel go through.
You just gotta get the tip.
That's yeah, just the tip. It's always about the tip. So here we are watching. Top left-hand side is Flying Bear, And top right-hand side is Royal. Flying Bear, remember, was leading here on this final lap, crashed in the end of the title, and look, he's just spinning, spinning, spinning. Royal with some issues here on the right-hand side, but Flying Bear gets back up, and this is going to be a Paramount finish. So here comes Royal, and a little bit washed out in that sun, looking for that start-finish gate. There it is on the horizon. You can see the red of the gate, and whoa, way to the left of the gate. Battery ejected, and then it is going to go, the win is going to go to Flying Bear. Flying Bear with win number 1. Pretty epic finish right there. So that's going to give me a second here to hit some buttons. Exciting that heat number 1, Heads Up Racing, brings us to a what you can call it, a video review. We're going to get set for our next 2 pilots while I do some administration here behind the scenes. Up next will be Scotty Dew and SFPV on deck, Kid Drone and Hazard in the hole. It will be SFPV and Kid Drone.
Oh, don't yank the cable, Colby.
Got a whole bunch of buttons here. This is a new format. We ran it for the first time last weekend. We only had 6 pilots show up to an event in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we have a golden rule. We came to race drones, and that's exactly what we did over in Louisiana. And because of that, we battled through our program. We had all 6 pilots race each other 3 times, and it was very exciting to follow the head-to-head battle. But here we have qualified. We practiced and done seating practice and qualifying all day long. Then we went into a brackets where we took our field of 12 pilots down to our top 6, and we just started just a moment ago. The top 6 racing head-to-head against each other. Now we get ready for Scotty Dew and SFPV getting set to fly. They're ready. It's the number of wins, and so far Flying Bear leading the game with a win over Royal here in round 1, heat 1. Looks like our pilots are about set. Head-to-head racing. Scotty Dew will be top center of your screen, and it looks like SFPV bottom left of our screen. SFPV is going to be easy to follow line of sight. He's got the red LEDs as he runs off. Swapping packs. Wow, Scotty Dew putting the pressure on SFPV. SFPV running out for a freshie. Scotty Dew, of course, the top qualifier. SFPV and Scotty Dew trading places all afternoon long in seated qualifying and practice. Team BD doing okay. And he's going to slide in a freshie here. A fresh battery, new LiPo. New LiPo to try and get Scotty Dew. Head-to-head racing, mono and mono. It's race number 2. Get on decks, Kid Drone and Hazard in the hole. Flying Bear, Scotty Dew and SFPV are up now. Kid Drone and Hazard on deck. SFPV and Kid Drone are in the hole. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the toe, lesson 5. Wow, both of them through the gate, but we'll give Scotty Dew the whole shot. This is going to be a great demonstration of chase cam. Scotty Dew through the dive gate, SFPV right behind him. As we go middle of the course, it's still Scotty Dew just ahead of SFPV, but I see Scotty Dew and SFPV's chase cam as we bring them around here. Lap 1, 3/10 of a second apart, 1 down, 2 to go to the dive gate. Still Scotty Dew just ahead of SFPV. These guys race in the sim all the time. Now they're racing in real life, and just as tight in real life. Through the tunnel we go with Scotty Dew. Through the tunnel we go with SFPV. Scotty Dew with a mistake, and now SFPV pushed himself on the lead. Scotty Dew is now turtle moding. He's back up in the air, and breathing room for SFPV. He is well out in front now with about half the course to the good. And SFPV through the tunnel to get the win for Scotty Dew in heat number 2. Wow, the TQ goes down, but pretty much I think the gate took out Scotty Dew. SFPV, he is now on the board. Flying Bear and SFPV with a win here in round number 1. And 14.6 for Scotty Dew. Yeah, that is second fastest line. He had a 14.5 earlier. And 15.104 for SFPV. That was seat number 2 in the books. They like that. Head-to-head racing we go. Let's get ready for heat number 3. This will be Kid Drone versus Hazard. On deck will be SFPV versus Kid Drone. In the hole will be Hazard versus Royal. We'll check in. They're excited. Justin Furnish was excited about that win. Jay Fern behind Colby. So let a Preston Hackett. Live stream cam is hidden. We have one. It's doing double duty. It's somewhere over here under the caution. Yeah, it's under the caution. It gives us a great shot of pilots walking back and forth. Yeah, we can walk back and forth in front of it. Oh, you're gonna twerk. I like it. I call it booty popping. Kid Drone should be on race band 7. I'm getting some funky video on race band 7 at the moment. Hazard FPV should be on race band 3. I have Hazard on 3, but Kid Drone should be on 7, and the video's not good on 7 for me.
How bad is it?
It's not the best. How does it look for you? A little crazy? You gonna try it? Alright, it's a heads up race. Good luck. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Here we are, up we go. Video clearing up. Whoa. Is that the shortest race in the history of drone racing? Hazard FPV biting our start finish gates. Not due to contact, so that gives our win of this one to Kid Drone. And so after one round, we have a win for Kid Drone, we have a win for SFPV, and we have a win for Flying Bear. And now we're chasing the field already. Kid Drone going to bring it in. Normally we'll let them run up the track, but he's going to race back to back. So Hazard, with a bit of a hazard, crashing into that start finish gate. And now we get set to go to the next round. We have a back-to-back situation. So up next will be SFPV versus Kid Drone. On deck, Hazard versus Royal. In the hole, Flying Bear versus Scotty Dew. This is round 2, heat 1. SFPV versus Kid Drone. And they are tied. Each of them with a win in round number 1. We'll see what happens here in round number 2. Head-to-head racing.
You just created a new event.
I created a new event, I had to, yeah. Because we already run our program into a final, as you know, Bonk. And you can't have a final after a final.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be nice if you had that option, but
I've complained about it.
it's on the list. Lifetime has a long list with us, and they slowly work through it, and we love them for it. They do a great job. One day, drone numbers are going to match seat numbers, and that's going to be the best day ever. Then they can take a break. Scoring software we use is called Lifetime Scoring. We use a Lifetime FPV. And software we use is a specialized version for drone racing. But the basis, the back engine under the hood, is used for RC car racing. It's also used for motocross racing, and recently those big sprint trucks using the same software. So I'm sure race directors love it as much as I do in full-scale motorsports. And absolutely amazing customer service. When you can call a company, I mean, with Microsoft, you don't call up Bill Gates and say, hey, remember we talked about making Excel so much better and I had those tips and you said you'd implement them? The difference between that is we call up Wisconsin, and the team at Lifetime Scoring does make those changes for us, and together we collaborate on
They're like, boom, it's
the
done.
software. Boom. Well, it's not always boom it's done, but it happens. Hazard's got to do Royal and Kidro. This new format, I hope, I potentially see some, see this taking off. SFPV versus Kid Drone, each with a win. After round number 1, so technically they're tied with Flying Bear. One of them will remain in that position, the other one will be chasing those points. I think they qualified one position apart in qualifying, but that was earlier today. They are set to go head-to-head. Red LED will be SFPV, and it looks like the green props will be Kid Drone. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5. SFPV just ahead of Kid Drone. Now, the great thing about drone racing is that there is so much emphasis on being number 2. That is the chase cam. That's when pilots really get excited when they see their competitor just in front of them. They keep them within reach. And especially here in this head-to-head format, keep them in their reach here 1.1 seconds apart after 1 is pretty good. In fact, the 2-time Drone Racing League champion Jordan Temkin won the second season by keeping that strategy and making the pass in the final turn. We've seen that play out this season. And now Kid Drone's going to have to find some go-go juice if he wants to make a final pass. SFPV on to lap number 3. He had a 2.8 second lead, and well, now he's going to get him by a lap and a half. Kid Drone crashing out here on lap number 2. So SFPV and SFPV going to be your leader now with 2 wins so far. And round 2, heat number 1 is in the books. Another win for SFPV. Team VD doing their thing. Up next will be Hazard and Royal. On deck will be Flying Bear and Scotty Dew. In the hole will be Hazard and SFPV. You'll walk out to the line.
I'm going to get some rebar to reinforce that gate they keep breaking.
Which one do they keep breaking?
The end of the tunnel.
Ah. What a great day for a drone race. You know, the show is open, I think, officially to 7 o'clock tonight, and then maybe they're doing some night flying across the way. Maybe. And maybe we stay open a little bit later here tonight with some, maybe some tunes, maybe some lap talk. I don't know. Maybe we head to town. Lots of options. The night is young. Anything could happen. It's the opening day of AMA Expo West. Fun time here in Pomona, California. We're at Fairplex. Beautiful location for this event. Previous AMA Expo events have been pretty much indoors, confined about 35 minutes down the road in Ontario, California. And here, with the transition to the new venue, everyone enjoying the sunshine, being able to walk up and see things fly, and there's even some interaction where people can fly some craft different places. We actually had a pilot who's brand new to even flying FPV with us earlier today. We hope he comes back. We can spend some more time and we can help grow our community and have some fun with those getting into the hobby. Even though we are racing and taking it seriously, we have fun, and who has more fun than us? Absolutely nobody. This is round 2, heat number 2, Hazard versus Royal. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up.
Wait.
Stand by. My bad. See, that's why I am not a contest director with the Academy of Model Aeronautics. We're like, that guy. All right, now we're good? Unfortunately, you are within 100 feet of those quads. I'm going to... That's right, I am not a contest director. Here we go. This is Hazard FPV versus Royal. We're not here to judge. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. in less than 5. Looking for a first win with these two pilots, so someone's going to be happy, someone's going to be hungry into round number 3. And that clip that you hear on the outside was your leader, Royal FPV, biting the gate. Now, a mess up in the air up high for Hazard, and Hazard with a slight mistake, Royal with a stronger mistake. And we're going to watch them go into this final throw. First we go through the tunnel with your leader, Royal, with a 25-1 onto lap number 2. Hazard now right behind him, but 3.5 gates back, 4.9 seconds back in the number 2 spot onto lap number 3. That gap is getting a little tighter here. Royal coming up at that tunnel. 2 gates back and about to approach the tunnel we go with Hazard FPV. And Hazard onto that final lap, but 9.5 seconds back off the Royal, making up a little bit of ground. And Royal gonna get the win to this one in his first. Oh, wow. Did he go through the gate that time? Was anyone watching line of sight? Bonk was, yep. Alright, so Royal, we try and finish our laps, okay? This is like deja vu all over again.
Done.
He missed the gate the first time around. This time around, it'll be good. We'll give his first win of the competition to Royal here in round 2, heat number 2, over Hazard. And they will be back now, as we're going to have a tie here, I believe, for 3rd at the end of this round. Last one to go here in round number 2. This will be Flying Bear versus Scotty Doo. On deck will be Hazard versus SFPV, and the hole will be Kid Drone versus Flying Bear.
Why am I racing you again? I haven't raced you yet. You raced Royal.
I know they look similar. I did the same thing. Are you guys related? You're brothers or something? So Flying Bear with a win in the first round. If he wins this matchup versus Scotty Doo, he will tie SFPV going to the 3rd round. And if Scotty Doo wins this one, he will be in a long tie with Flying Bear, the pilot he's competing against here, Kid Drone, and Royal going into the next round. That means 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be tied with 1 win. But Scotty Doo is our TQ Tom qualifier with the fastest laps. We'll see what gets done here in round 2, heat 3. There are 6 pilots, which makes it 5 rounds, 3 heats, as we have our top 6 competing against each other once in this format. Tomorrow night, it is a national wildcard qualifier, and we'll do qualifying all day. We'll go into a bracket, finishing that bracket to our final 4. When we get to the final 4, we will race the final 4 repeatedly until someone wins twice. We'll talk about that tomorrow night, but tonight is a Friday night, it's the opening night, and here we want to have some fun. We got a better feed if you want to come over here. It's got the graphics and stuff. About to go green. This is for SFPV's live stream. Let's go to the old 8-way. On the left-hand side, Flying Bear. On the right-hand side, Scotty Doo. Again, Scotty Doo looking for his first win. Flying Bear, if he wins, is tied for the lead going into round 3. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Both of them. Wow, big pass. Flying Bear first one off the line with Scotty Doo, first one through, and Flying Bear just ahead of Scotty Doo out of that dive gate section. Wow, it's going to be Flying Bear just ahead of Scotty Doo here on this opening lap, but Scotty Doo has Flying Bear within his sights. 16-1 to a 17-2. They're separated by a second onto lap number 2. Still Flying Bear just ahead of Scotty, but they're just mere inches apart. Scotty about to make this pass here on the second lap, trying to keep their pressure on. Now Scotty Doo with the lead just ahead of Flying Bear. And look at this through that tunnel. One more lap to go. It'll be Flying Bear just ahead of Scotty Doo. He's able to reclaim that lead. Still with Flying Bear just ahead of Scotty Doo here on this final lap. And now we're going to see where the pass happens. Scotty Doo now just ahead of Flying Bear. Flying Bear still has Scotty Doo through his sights. We go through the tunnel. It'll be with the win. Just over Flying Bear. Great pressure, head-to-head racing right there. We will give it to Scotty Doo. What'd you guys think about that, huh? Those pilots keeping on the pressure right there. What an exciting battle. Flying Bear over Scotty Doo. Scotty Doo, the TQ, redeeming himself. So that is it for round number 2. We're getting set here for round number 3. Round 3 is Hazard versus SFPD. Up on deck, Kid Drone versus Flying Bear. In the hole will be Royal versus Scotty Doo. And taking a look unofficially at our win counts. Leading now after 2 rounds. SFPV has 2 wins. Meanwhile, Flying Bear, Scotty Doo, Kid Drone, and Royal have a win apiece. And Hazard here in round number 3 will be looking for his first win to get him in a podium position.
Did I just see a 14-8 in the elimination round?
In the round we just ran?
Yeah.
Let me take a little look. See, 14.8 would be a top 3 lap time. Yeah, 14.805 for Scotty Doo. That was legit. We're now at round 3, heat 1. This is SFPV versus Hazard FPV. You're up. On deck will be Kid Drone and Flying Bear. In the hole will be Royale and Scotty Doo. And SFPV with 2 wins so far. Here he is versus Hazard. May come down to this final rounds. We got Tommy from Diatone working his way off into the vendors to get us some prizes for tonight. So who knows what you can get inside that vendor village. If you haven't had a chance to look here tonight, you got about an hour and 25 minutes. It closes at 7. We're going to see the mystery prizes that Tommy is able to bring back from those vendors to award to our drone racing pilots here tonight. As tomorrow night is the big night, we have challenge coins, and of course the winner of tomorrow night's competition will get a wild card slot to the 2018 Regional Series Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada this February. The wild card slot with Multi-GP Drone Racing. Multi-GP is the special interest group of drone racing for the Academy of Model Aeronautics. We are well over 3,000 members. We don't enforce all of our members to fill out their AMA numbers online with their profiles. Of course, at every race we do collect those numbers, but with our statistical data in our profile where people voluntarily have gone to multigp.com, we have 22,000 pilots worldwide, and in America over almost 3,000 have said put in their numbers, so we know for sure we've verified that we have a good chunk of members. Of course, the Special Interest Group for Drone Racing, a proud part of the 180,000 members of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. We love the AMA for having us here and all that they do to support the love, the development, and the prosperity of model aviation. SFPV, your leader so far after 2 rounds with 2 wins. Here he is versus Hazard FPV. Hazard FPV looking for his first win of the competition. And how about taking out the guy in the captain's chair? We'll see what happens. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We're going through Hazard FPV. It's been pretty quick on those launches. SFPV just ahead of him out of that dive gate section. He's keeping them within sight. Both of them doing that high around the flag. Low gate now over to the tunnel. SFPV through with a 17-0. Hazard FPV 2.7 seconds back on the lap number 2 with 2 to go. SFPV, your leader, watching those red LEDs. You heard a ringer dinger and you saw a yaw spin right before or right after the dive gate. That was Hazard FPV. So more breathing room for SFPV. Take us on to lap number 3 with a 16-1 and a nice smooth line. Traditional live stream inverted dive gate line IRL for SFPV. Hazard FPV now feeling a little bit of pressure. He's coming from a right to a left and gets lapped by 3. SFPV 3 laps in 48 seconds. Hazard 2 laps in 49 seconds. So now SFPV has 3 wins after 3 rounds. He is your leader. now with a commanding lead over the field. Nice win for SFPV. Hazard FPV with a huge statement there and made it challenging for SFPV. But then SFPV lapping there on that final lap. Up next will be Kid Drone versus Flying Bear. On deck will be Royal versus Scotty Doo. And then in the hole, Scotty Doo versus Kid Drone. Flying Bear with the win. Kid Drone with the win. Winner of this head-to-head matchup will move into second place. This is round 3, heat number 2.
This one's been sporadic too. Well, I think what happened with this one is somebody.
Copycat FPV says slick or sick. I'm loving this format. Great race. I'm a huge fan of this format as well. My great friend, our live streaming partner, is Adrian, and tonight he's going to remote into my computer and we'll be able to show you a tighter view of the head-to-head on our FPV feeds on our live stream. We'll also be able to show it better on our display screens. Yesterday, one of the screens in series overheated and caused some issues here for our FPV feed, so we're showing the DVR feed in-house, which is traditionally what we see at our drone races. But in our live stream we do have the 2-up with the overlay, the OSD. Super exciting. If you're watching our FPV feed here in house, Flying Bear is in the top left and Kid Drone is in the bottom left, top and bottom. Racing head to head. Sun's starting to set here behind the tree line. We get set to go green. Winner of this one moves to second, each of them with a win. Flying Bear versus Kid Drone. Looks like we are ready. All right, pilots, let's see your goggles down. No need for thumbs. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. It's green props versus green props. Kid Drone just ahead of Flying Bear on the start through the whole shot gate. And now Flying Bear with the lead coming out of the dive gate. But Kid Drone keeping Flying Bear within reach, within sights. Now just half a gate back here through the tunnel. We go with Flying Bear onto lap number 2 with a 15.9. And right behind him is Kid Drone flying into the sun with an 18.4. Just 2.5 seconds back off of our leader, Flying Bear. The original pilots of Drone Racing League. They crowned their 3rd world champion last night. And, well, Flying Bear now going to move to number 2 spot overall as we just lost Kid Drone. And even though we sometimes can recover our craft remotely, what we call turtle mode, unfortunately when that screen goes black, that video is not coming back in 9 cases out of 10. So it'll be 3 laps in the session, 15.9 and 18.8 and a 16.2 for a total of 51. Flying Bear with the win of round 3, heat number 2. And he will now move to number 2 overall in our points ranking. And heat number 2 here in this round in the books. Up next will be Scotty Doo versus Royal. On deck will be Scotty Doo versus Kid Drone. In the hole will be Flying Bear versus Hazard. Round number 3. Heat number 3, race 9 of the 15 race program. Having our top 6 race each other head to head to decide who is the ultimate champion. The winner of this heat will move up to second, tied for second here in this round. When we started this round, we had a 4-way tie, but we're going to split it here in round number 3, which means between Scotty Doo and Royal, the winner of this one will have 2 wins. They'll be tied for second with Flying Bear. And they'll go to round 4, chasing down SFPV. Now, is SFPV catchable? Jammer asking about sketchy audio. Yeah, buddy, we have a webcam pointing at a speaker. We'll get it fixed for tomorrow. We'll talk to the AV department, maybe get us a proper mixer out here for our wild card. Make sure it's good. This is just for fun here tonight. So SFPV with a win, 1-point lead over the rest of the field, which means it's going to come down to Royal and Flying Bear to catch SFPV in rounds 4 and 5. But who's going to have the better chance of tying them and unseating them. Now we may go into we may have some race-offs if we have ties. That is what we put in play last year. Jammer FEB wanting to know about the audio situation. We have a webcam with foam duct taped on top of it to try and reduce the wind noise, pointing at some speakers from a 1980s PA system in a box that is pointing in multiple directions. And it's not ideal, but as we like to say, it's not the worst. Not the worst. We want to bring you some drone racing tonight and see a little bit of this head-to-head format. We'll take a little look and see what they're seeing on the live stream. You can see the sun right behind that tree line, starting to set behind one of the mountains. I guess it's not in the mountains. There are no mountains to the west of our field. That's where the ocean is. Our backdrop mountains, almost as far as the eye can see from the north to the east. And those stadium lights coming up, and it is absolutely gorgeous out here last night. We started setting up officially at about 5 o'clock. We were here at about 8, and weather was nice and cool and balmy. After a nice warm day of hanging out, watching everyone getting excited for AMA Expo West. You guys are going to like the atmosphere here, but we got some drone racing to do. It's a battle to be tied for second. Scotty Doo versus Royal. Goggles down, thumbs up.
Gotta give him an L. Yeah.
Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Great start for both of them. Scotty Doo just between, just ahead of Royal, and Royal now rolling, and issues for him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take off again. Now it's just going to be Scotty Doo in the air now. The top qualifier has now got 1 lap down. Royal's still on the ground. Scotty Doo just having some fun right now on lap number 2. See what we can get done. If he can have a 14.4 would be a new lap record. His personal best, a 14.5, I believe. Here he's coming through the tunnel and not sounding like he's confident in an 18.0 on lap number 2. And just having some fun here on this third and final lap. It will be, see, even the champ can make mistakes, and it's a dangler. It is a dangler out on the backside. Yeah, it's hanging. That's what a dangler means. Yeah, that's what. Scotty Doo with the win. So here, after round number 3, we got a tie for second. Scotty Doo moving up in that tied situation with Flying Bear. They got 2 wins. Your leader still after 3 rounds now is SFPV. He has won 3 matches in a row. And Scotty Doo and Flying Bear with 2 wins apiece. 4th and 5th right now tied, Kid Drone and Royal with a point each, and Hazard looking for a win. That is round 3, heat 3, 6 races to go. And in this round, it is going to come down to 1 pilot to decide first. 1 pilot to decide who is our champion. Royal must stop SFPV. If he doesn't, SFPV is our champion here on Friday night. This is round 4. Heat number 1 will be Scotty Doo and Kid Drone. They're up first. On deck, Flying Bear and Hazard in the hole, SFPV and Royal. So SFPV versus Royal will be in the hole, and that is to push it to the next round. And then it'll be up to Flying Bear to unseat SFPV, and then we may have a race-off. Decide the top. Otherwise, Destiny is in the thumb tips of SFPV. That race is in the hole. We're now set for Scotty Doo versus Kid Drone. Scotty Doo right now in the number 2 spot. 2 wins. Kid Drone in 3rd. Kid Drone wins. That will tie him in 2nd. In worst case, at the end of this round, he'll be tied for 3rd.
It doesn't matter, does it? If he beats me, he wins overall. It doesn't matter how much sales. No, he has to beat me to win overall. Ken's only lost 1. I've only lost 1.
Looks like I got a video from Kid Drone.
Oh.
And Scotty Doo, we are ready for you.
Then it would be over. You get first, Scotty second, and third.
We got a track repair going on, Joe.
Track repair as well.
That's a big race. It either like Yeah, it could like pop me up to the top or to the bottom.
Time to get my revenge.
Which time? All of them.
I got 3 days of this.
Are we actually going to do the team races?
Joe, are there any teams signed up besides us?
We sign up on the spot, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
I think we have 3 teams.
We'll race 3 teams.
We'll do a team
Dude.
race round robin.
It's
I went-
all Team Velocitron too, so good luck.
That'll be good.
commentating.
Team VD1, VD2, VD3.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
How what consistent?
You may have to be Team Ashley, Team Davis. You know, may have to split up that way.
There's just Velocitron 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is kind
Or
of
we can
boring.
use our VRL names.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually be kind of good.
So
Which team am I?
here's, I don't know if I told you. So team racing at Baton Rouge, we only had 5 teams. It was pretty easy. We had a good program. And in Canada, we had some cliques. We had 2 Team Canadas, and they all wear red jerseys, and it's not cool for morale, you know. So wanted to make team racing interesting. So we took everyone was an individual and qualified. Then we lined up the number of teams. We had 8 captains, and then we went down the list, and you picked your team. Everyone got a pick. It was like the schoolyard, and it was there were no cliques.
Feels bad, man, for the last person picked.
Last person picked got some prizes from Fat Shark.
Nice.
Yeah, that was nice, yeah. And interesting dynamic. Now, we still may have to do that with Velocitron 1, 2, 3, but it was exciting. Unless you guys, we'll let that play out. Team racing, a lot of fun. We'll
Us, we'll make the team.
yeah.
More fun. It would not be fun to have
I know
a
Rocket
stack team.
Rombo's
Yeah,
interested
it'd be
in
fun to be
team.
more spread out.
Yeah, we got, you guys will have another team. Rocket Rombo's building a team.
Okay.
Yeah. I know Tweak Racer FPV and Be Nasty are starting a team.
Yeah, Team Slow.
Team Slow. They're fast. Team Slow. They're fast. Here we are, round 4, heat 1. Pilots are ready. Hopefully you are. More head-to-head racing. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. There's good tone. Sun's starting to set. The video looking a little clearer. At least the sun's not washing us out. Actually, I'm even looking at less little pixelations on my screen. I like it. This is the witching hour, the golden hour, and your TQ, Scotty D, is doing that voodoo that he's been doing so well. Gate and a flag ahead of Kid Drone here after lap 1. Scotty D crosses over 0.8 of a second ahead of Kid Drone, and Kid Drone trying to re-line up, and it's all good. We watched Scotty D make a mistake moments ago in his race versus Royal, and Royal had crashed out, so we can expect the unexpected as we go on to lap number 3 with a 17.2 for Scotty Dew. Then find out Kid Drone, here he comes onto that lead lap as well. And on his way onto lap number 3. Getting ready to wave a checkered flag there. Does Scotty Dew make it? He does. Across the line, 3 laps in 53 seconds. Kid Drone almost got him. Almost got him.
Kid Drone done.
Finish up 3 laps in 61 for Kid Drone. And that now is going to shuffle things up just a little bit. Up next, Flying Bear and Hazard. On deck will be SFPV and Royal in the hole. Hazard and Scotty Dew. And my apologies to the live stream guys again. I forgot to I switched screens and I forgot to switch. Forgot to show the FPV, but we're not here to judge. Now here's what's interesting. That's now the 3rd win for Scotty Dew. SFPV still has to answer, but that now ties him with SFPV. Royal has destiny in his hands to stop SFPV. I know Scotty D going to be rooting him on. And Flying Bear within reach as well. So Flying Bear right now up versus Hazard FPV. If Flying Bear gets this win, he will be up with 3 wins apiece. And he'll be tied with Scotty D and SFPV. Still with SFPV to answer in the on-deck circle. Flying Bear versus Hazard. On deck, SFPV versus Royal. In the hole, Hazard versus Scotty Dew. Round number 3. Merc FPV saying, Scotty Dew, baby. Heck yeah, brother. Say hello to Rob Herman, saying hello as well. Lots of people here talking in the chat about the sound being sketchy. Yep, we are aware. If you're just joining us, 38 people, we say hello. Audio will be better tomorrow. Competition can be a little different tomorrow as it's a national championship wildcard opportunity here at AMA Expo West. Expecting a bunch more pilots to roll into town. But they missed the most fun. That is this head-to-head round robin at the end. Flying Bear versus Hazard FPV. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Flying Bear just ahead and Hazard FPV on that takeoff, and both of them through the dive gate at about the exact same time. But Flying Bear just ahead of Hazard FPV. Hazard FPV with a yaw, so now it's a two gate flag deficit. Here comes Flying Bear through the tunnel and onto lap number 2, the 16-2. And Hazard FPV through the tunnel. He gets on the lead lap, 3.8 seconds back with 2 laps to go. Going full send, Flying Bear, top left-hand corner of the screen, coming through the tunnel. 1 more lap to go for him. It's a 16-1, pair of 16s. He's flying smooth. But we're also seeing a big change here with Hazard FPV. He's got a good line and gets onto that lead lap, 7 seconds back off of our leader. Flying Bear looking to tie himself with the leader after 3 laps in 48 seconds. 15.6 his final lap. That's a top 5 lap for Flying Bear here this afternoon. And here comes Hazard to round things out as well. He gets his 3 laps done in 60 seconds, .1, and that'll be another win here for Flying Bear. He is now tied with SFPV, but SFPV still to go in this round. And once again, I forgot to hit the button with the 8-way. My apologies again for everyone in the live stream. Jay Fern, everyone's saying, Joe, why can't we see? Yep, I caught it. I have to do scoring on 2 different screens. Now you'll be able to see. My apologies. You got my DVR. Peace and love. Peace and love. There we are. My apologies in the live stream. I can tell you it was pretty good. It's going to get better, especially this is the heat. Because this one decides a lot right now as we get ready for round 4, heat number 3. SFPV versus Royal. SFPV is 3-0 going into this heat. He is 3-0 going into this heat. And Royal is 1-2. Royal needs this win for a podium opportunity going into the final round. Royal needs to do this to push a huge, intense final round. Because if Royal unseats SFPV in this heat, that means going into the final round, Flying Bear, Scotty Doo, and SFPV will be tied 3-1. But if SFPV wins this round, SFPV is your champion, I believe. Well, no, he'll be tied. He will be tied. He could be tied. It'll come down to the final round. This is tight. This is insane. All right, let's power up. SFPV versus Royal. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? SFPV and Royal? Where's Royal?
He's almost done with the squad.
Almost done with the squad? All right. Joe Trinidad and Tobago is watching with NZT Limitless FPV. Jay Fern is burning out his keyboard right now. Team Velocidrone, hashtag. Cheering on his teammates of Velocidrone and VRL. Will be very interesting. It'll come down to this final heat if Royal does it.
Are you generating the last one?
I am ready. I already pre-built them, Bonk.
Dang.
Yeah.
This guy.
I did it. You want to know how I did it?
How?
So
Rotated into-
everyone pretty much had their own channel. So I built a new round. So I built a new event copying the last one, so my frequencies were all the same. Had to change the format last minute. Then I registered the 6 pilots in advance. Then I drug them in, assigned them their channels, and then built the heats like in round 1, duplicated it 5 times. Then I went through and shuffled them because they don't change channels through the whole thing. And I patted myself on the back, and I'd done that. I did the first 3 halfway through, and then the last break, I finished it up. I am
So time to call Wisconsin or wherever and have them set a macro. to
round
do that
round
for you.
robin, yeah. This is only the second time this format has been run, so can't say too much. Really trying my best. East Bay FPV says never bet against Flying Bear. Well, heck no, because he's going to be matched up versus SFPV in the final round, final heat. And he could be pushing this. He could be pushing this to a tiebreaker race. What I love about this format is we saw it in Baton Rouge when we had, I think just the 6 pilots? Yeah, 6 pilots, and they all raced each other 3 times. That's what we did all day long. It worked out to being about 4 hours of races. And our top qualifier his lap averages were way above everybody's. And at the midway point of the program, and I mean that's after 2 hours, the top 3 were tied. So it keeps it competitive till the second last round. It was decided at that event. Here this time we run the program. It's not tied yet, but if Royal wins this one, it will be tied 3 ways going into the final round.
Oh, this is the last one of the semi. The last. There's one final round difference.
And that would be to decide either first.
You need to race 6 times, right?
Yeah, my last one's against Colby. My last heat.
Just awaiting some video. Get set to go green. Jay Fern says, this format is crazy. Wish he could have made it last Sunday. Didn't have time to fix his stuff. Yeah, that was over in Baton Rouge.
6 pilots. That's 30 races. Yeah.
This is 15. There's 6 pilots. And they all race each other, so it's 3 rounds times 5. This is 15.
You're double counting, because when pilot A races pilot B, it counts as a race for both of them.
Yeah.
So you guys
It's already sorted and decided.
divide by 2.
You're set?
What's the next heat?
That's a good logic problem.
This is SFPV and Royal.
We shot. We do the next heat.
There's 6
I
options.
had to put on a new receiver.
New receiver? You guys want to jump? All right, let's do it. We're going to jump one, guys. We need to put on a new receiver. Hazard and Scotty Doo, then. We'll go to you. Hazard and Scotty Doo. Then Royal and Kid Drone, maybe. Well, either way, Royal is on deck. Can we do a receiver in one race?
Guys, we need to be quick. We're losing light.
We're losing light. They don't have all the spotlights on, the stadium lights. I thought they'd be turning them all on. You guys are really pushing it here. We should be able to do this. We were cooking so fast earlier. Hazard and Scotty Doo.
If he's not ready in the next heat, then it's just give him a.
East Bay FPV asking, can you explain the format if you have time? For sure, that would be my pleasure. Hopefully I don't have too much time as we are starting to grid people up. So we took our field. We started in open qualifying. I think there was only 12 pilots here on the opening day of the Academy of Model Aeronautics Expo West, AMA Expo West, year 2018 edition. We're expecting way more tomorrow. We know a whole bunch of pilots that have confirmed that, because tomorrow is a wildcard qualifier, and today is just a fun race for prizes that we're able to scrounge from our vendors over in the vendor village. However, so we took our field to 12, then we seeded them into a bracket, as we love our top 16 double elimination brackets, and from there we climbed our way through the order till we got to the top 6. Once we got to our final 6 pilots, we have put them in the computer in a round robin format so that all 6 pilots race against each other once, and it's based on the number of wins. Last weekend we did this format without the bracket stage. We just went right to a round robin. And we had all 6 pilots there race each other 3 times. It took us about 3.5 to 4 hours to do it. It was a lot of fun. And but here we're using it as our finale to decide our champion. And we just give 1 point a win. It is a round robin situation. We're now going to skip one heat ahead because Royal needs to do some work behind the scenes. And he is on deck versus SFPV, and that'll be to see if we're going to be pushing it for a tiebreaker for first, or if SFPV, I think, would get the win, or
No, he still has flying bear. I gotta beat Ken.
he'd still have to beat Flying Bear. If Flying Bear beats him, it still could push. Yeah, because so far everyone just one loss. Oh, it's going to be tight.
I don't know if we're gonna get any more lights.
All right, Hazard versus Scotty Dew. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5. We're still good if we push. We can still fly with what we got. Scotty Dew just ahead of Hazard FPV. Scotty Dew rolling into the ground, and now Hazard FPV pushed himself up to the lead. Hazard FPV has been flying pretty smooth and pretty quick, and looking for his first win. He is leading through the tunnel. He goes. He's a gate and a flag ahead over Scotty Dew. 1.3 seconds back. Scotty Dew crossing onto lap number 2. And Hazard FPV leading his way out of the dive gate and then into what looks to be the next gate, and he is a dangler, so that win gonna go to Scotty Dew here on lap number 3. Hazard FPV will be retrieving, and Scotty Dew gonna bring it down, and now we are pushing to see, will Royal get up to race SFPV? That is where we're at right now. Sun is setting. Apparently, doesn't look promising that all the lights are going to be coming on right now. Interesting. Not here to judge. Peace and love. So, SFPV versus Royal. This is the push. This is not for a guarantee. We've done the math 3 times over. It's not for a guarantee. Huh? You want to race versus Ken? You want to jump around the order? Ken doesn't want to do that. Save it for last. I'm going to flip to the track camera. We're not at the last yet. You guys are still good. We could do Royal. Well, it's either... We have to do... There's only 3 races left. SFPV and Royal. Royal and Kid Drone. SFPV and Flying Bear. That is it. Where's Tommy?
I don't know, but they had to turn the lights off for the airplane night flying.
Oh, yeah?
They can't see.
But they're not even flying.
Yeah, they are. They're getting ready to...
But they're not, though, right now. You know what I mean?
So they're trying to turn our lights on, but they
Sweet.
don't know if they can.
So they're not sure if they're going to be able to turn these lights on because they programmed them to turn off for the nighttime plane flying that is going on behind us right now. That's a plane landing. That's not the night flying. But they are waiting until it's dark behind us to fly. So potentially those lights come on, potentially they don't. We should be able to squeeze this in, but it's going to be close. Could be close.
Hey, is there anybody else to go up?
Nope. It's Royal versus Kid Drone, Royal versus SFPV, or SFPV versus Flying Bear.
Put Royal's top plate on right now.
Alright, top plate's going on. Getting close. This is a nail biter. Absolute nail biter. 26 people watching at the moment on YouTube. A couple people watching on Facebook. Say hello to Sam Ford. So we have to do some magic behind the scenes, and it's always a mad dash to start those live streams. And so all these videos say multi-GP regional finals, but this is a regional championship wildcard weekend. This is a fun race today. And we got video from Royal. So round 4, heat 3. This is Royal and SFPV.
Well, we got the left lights on. We won't get
The left lights are on. You know, and I think that should be enough if we need it.
We might get the one on the end, but we won't get these.
Just waiting on you, SFPV. Turn on the... Oh, let's go back to this view.
Oh. This Cessna's.
That one was right over our heads, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yes, we do need to stay.
Spreader light, SFPV, Royals ready.
I'm telling you, dude, that T6 was like
Between the lights.
light poles, yes. Between these two, right over our heads.
How we doing, bud? I don't have video from you. Do you have video? Oh, there you go. There you go. SFPV versus Royal. Heads up racing. What a gorgeous day for a drone race. You alright, Bonk? Goggles down. Thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Wow. Royal just ahead of SFPV. SFPV just ahead of Royal. SFPV just ahead of Royal again. Royal with a battery bump on the backside. And now SFPV onto lap number 2 at a 16.0. Royal trying to line up on that tunnel off to our right-hand side. And he gets onto that lead lap with like a 19.4, 3.3 seconds back. That's even with a mistake. But SFPV has gained a gear. 16.4 from lap number 2 onto lap number 3. And here we go. Royal gets on that. Not going to be good enough. SFPV gets the win. And now it comes down into this final round. 2 heats to go to decide our podium and maybe even our tiebreaker.
Royal done.
3 laps and 56 seconds for Royal, but 3 laps, 48 seconds for SFPV to get the win by 8.4 seconds. 2 rounds still to go. Let's get ready to go to round 5, heat 2. This is Royal versus Kid Drone, and then on deck, SFPV versus Flying Bear. Let's look at this. So now, wow. Royal versus Kid Drone. This is a battle for 4th. On deck it'll be SFPV versus Flying Bear.
No, there's no more.
SFPV wins. He sweeps the field 5-0. 5 wins. No losses.
Domination.
If Flying Bear beats SFPV, it'll be a 3-way race between Flying Bear, Scotty Doo, and SFPV.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Heads up, 3 people for podium.
So, Flying Bear ready to hit an extra gear for that 3-way race. 2 races to go. Sun continuing to set, lights kind of turning on.
Yeah, wouldn't turn on, wouldn't turn off. Wouldn't go into reboot.
Kid Drone and Royal are up. Flying Bear and SFPV on deck. And then the race off, potentially in the hole. I think for sure we're going to have a race off the way it looks right now, because either way you can have a race off for either a 3-way race for first, or you're going to have a race off for 2nd, 3rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would be you and...
If I lose, then
You and-
no.
But Scotty beat you, so
Yeah, that should no.
Joe.
So AMAX sucks. They won't prize it. They won't give us prizes. They just sponsor the track. So Ready Made RC, the leaders in FPV and beyond, are going to give first a $100 gift certificate, second a $75 gift certificate, and third a $50 gift certificate. Thank you, Ready Made RC.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Yeah, where'd that come from? I just have to send some emails. JD had run out of oil for his vape pen. He was in a bad mood. He says, no, I'm not going to sponsor prizes. So, it's all right. We're all running T-Motor anyway, right? I'm just joking. Thank you, Emax, for sponsoring this track. Tomorrow, they're not the sponsor today. Okay, they're not the sponsor today. All right, here we go. Royal versus Kid Drone. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We gave them International Open. It's fine. We're even. We're even. Goggles down. Thank you, Ready Made RC again, by the way. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Wow, look at that. Green LEDs are Kid Drone ahead of Royal. These guys are tied 1 win apiece, so this is a great race-off, and wow, I got to give a shout-out to the Fairplex. Gorgeous lighting here for drone racing on a Friday night, and unfortunately, Kid Drone going to go down, and that means Royal is going to slide up into the number 4 spots. And what a big day right there. Good finish. Good little finish, and now we get ready and let them round out. This is a little bit of a victory lap again. Top 4 from our field of 6.
No. 6:30 this one.
That's on to lap 3. We go. Couple 19s. And Royal, yeah, you're going to finish, I think, 4th overall here after we hit some buttons.
Wait, 8?
And so Royal with the win, and so that is going to give him a total of 2 wins of the competition. And I think that puts him in the number 4 spot. And now we get ready to go to the second last race. It's the second last race because we know that there will be a race-off. Will it be a 3-way race for first, or will it be an anticlimactic race for second, third? Either way, it's going to be exciting racing. Either way, I mean, this is going to be what a lot of people are talking about.
If the second and third are tied in points, but one of them has already beat the other one?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So it would be, who would be tied for second and third?
So if
Scotty and
Scotty and Ken already
Yeah.
beat Scotty.
they did,
I think so.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's why Scotty lost, right?
right? So you want to do it like that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think we should race off. I think we should let him race off. Why not?
I'm sure what happens is it's like a 3-way.
Did he just get more prizes?
Him and he beat him.
Why are you getting? Why are you sponsoring it too? Leading by example. You are too? So is Ready Made. They are. Ready Made and Diatone loading up our podium here tonight. It's going to be so awesome. Thank you, Diatone USA. Thank you, Tan Starfield. Thank you, MC Skies, Kevin McCleary. What a day.
Let's go. Alright, so you guys want to watch Line of Sight?
You ready to do this thing?
No, the DVR looks awesome.
What's up, Trav?
The DVR
Here
looks sick.
we
We out here with
go.
snakes. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. SFPV
Walk right outside of the
versus
start.
Flying Bear. This is a huge, huge battle right here. Flying Bear with a chance to push this for a tie for second, or a 3-way tie for first. If Flying Bear gets SFPV. If SFPV wins this, he wins the event. If you're watching our DVR screen, Flying Bear is in the top, and SFPV is in the middle. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. There's a good turn first one through. I think it's going to be Flying Bear. SFPV with the red LEDs. Flying Bear dropping, leading. SFPV dropping into second. SFPV looks to be a little lost. Now he gets through the dive gate. Flying Bear with like a 4-gate lead, and now SFPV on. It's a 3-way race. It's going to be a 3-way race-off. Flying Bear for the win, and SFPV is on his lid right now. They are running and getting set to grid up a 3-way race-off here with Flying Bear with the win. And now it is a race-off for podium. A race-off for podium. as we have 3 pilots with 4 wins, 1 loss. SFPV dropping down the tie for 3rd. Scotty Dew and Flying Bear, who just pushed it to a race-off with the final 3. And what do you guys think of our video right now? Is it perfect? You guys want to do it a one and done, or you want to do a chase the ace? You need 2 wins. You have no batteries left? It's a one and done. It's a one and done. This is for podium, which means we may have to measure first, second, third. And what a huge podium it's going to be tonight.
Make it a main.
We got, they only want to do 1 battery.
Make it a main. Make it just a single main.
Really? I was going to just build it on the fly. A main, I don't know if they're, because I have it on qualifying fast lap or something, right? Yeah. I know what you're saying.
You broke it.
I know what you're saying. I always break it. This is why we can't have nice things, okay? Let's just be honest right now. All right, we have 1 lipo left for this race-off. First, second, third. Flying Bear, SFPV, and Scotty Dew. I'm going to go way back in the program. Way back. SFPV, 3rd overall in qualifying. Flying Bear, 2nd overall in qualifying. Scotty Dew, 1st overall in qualifying. The top 3 now racing off a 1 lipo competition for the podium. And what a great podium it is here tonight. We have over $175 in store credit from Ready Made RC. We got prizes from Diatone. Holy, what do we got? The same, we're doubling down with Ready Made and Diatone. Yeah. Yeah, it's the exact same with Ready Made. Yeah, it's the Diatone double down. It's the Diatone double down is what it is. $100 from Ready Made RC, $100 from Diatone to the winner, $75 Diatone USA, $75 from Ready Made RC, $75 from Diatone USA for 2nd, and 3rd gets $100, $50 from each company, Ready Made RC and Diatone USA. What a great end here. 3 great pilots, the top 3 in qualifying, now match up here in this race-off after the round robin. That's after seeded practice qualifying on a fast lap. Then we go into the top 16 double elimination bracket to the top 6. They're in there. Then we do a round robin of the top 6, everyone racing everyone, and these 3 pilots all pulling up 1 loss over the course of the competition. Of course, SFPV's 1 loss, that came by way of Flying Bear. And Flying Bear's 1 loss coming by way of Scotty Dew. And Scotty Dew's 1 loss by way of SFPV. What does that mean? They've all beaten each other once. It comes down to this final race with a huge prize purse.
You're right. Yeah, right? You're right. Massive 3-way.
350.
Whoa.
$400 in prizes on the line for these 3 pilots from Ready Made RC and Diatone USA. Not Emax. It just happens on their track. Not Emax. Not Emax. In fact, on Ready Made RC, your $100 gift card is not eligible for Emax products. Even though we love Emax. They're Avons, props, and those interesting antennas. They got what's the Tiny Hawk they got here, debuted? The Tiny Hawk. Make sure you fly the Tiny Hawk. The Baby Hawk is amazing. You can fly a Tiny Hawk here all weekend long. That's AMA Expo West. Oh no. They said switch scene, Joe. Wow. Did I switch the scene? I didn't miss switching the scene on that last race. I think I switched it. Pretty sure I did. Oh, I didn't switch it right until the very end, I think. That's what they're saying. All right. As Bonk says, it's a massive 3-way right here. If you're watching DVR, Flying Bear's top left, Scotty Dew top center, and middle center left is SFPV. All right, pilots, $400 in prizes from Diatone USA and Ready Made RC on the line. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Stand by.
Nothing.
You want to see 3 feeds?
Yeah.
Then I'll lose the overlays on the live stream. There are 34 people watching the live stream. So it's about them. All right, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. No tone. Great start. Flying Bear. SFPV. Scotty Do. 1, 2, 3. Over to that dive gate we go in stereo. And right now, Flying Bear is leading the charge into the backside. SFPV is hot on his heels, and Scotty D is doing batting up cleanup. Flying Bear pushing his way through. Leader after one. SFPV 2.2 seconds back, and Scotty D just 0.3 of a second back from him. And your first ringer dinger is SFPV. He is pretty side down, going to try and take back off again, but now Flying Bear with a little more breathing room, but not by much. Look at this. Flying Bear across the line, Scotty Do across the line. At the start finish, Scotty Do had Flying Bear in his sights, and they're separated by 1.5 seconds. SFPV with nothing but problems. And now we're in that back stretch and that turn. Flying Bear through the tunnel. Flying Bear is your Friday night champion. Scotty Do second overall by 0.4 of a second, and SFPV pulling up third. What a great battle right there. Send it, Scotty. They said Scotty a reserve champion. And what a great night of racing to round things out on Friday night. So we will be awarding electronically SFPV getting 50, what's the number? The third? 50? SFPV getting $50 to Diatone USA and Ready Made RC. $100, great prize to him. $75 going to your reserve champion and top qualifier to Diatone USA and Ready Made RC. Scotty Do cleaning up here tonight. And your Friday night champion getting $100 at Ready Made RC and $100 at Diatone USA as well. Flying Bear, 3 laps, 47 seconds, getting the field by 0.4 of a second. What a great race, and the chat is talking all about it here tonight. All the oohs and ahs. And a great night of racing, a lot of fun done. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow. A little bit of a different format as a national qualifier. We'll do that bracket. We'll do Chase the Ace. We'll be awarding a opportunity, that ticket to our championship in Las Vegas this February. And lots more racing to come. Live stream with better audio hopefully tomorrow. And thanks everyone for checking it out here. On behalf of Multi-GP, our track sponsor, Emax, we love them. Thanks for bringing us the Emax Cup drone racing track outside here at AMA Expo West. And on behalf of the 180,000 members of the Academy of Model Aeronautics, thank you for the pleasure of your company. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon when we got more championship racing here from AMA Expo West. Have a safe tonight and a pleasant tomorrow.